some in C related categories, some few of the things are pending, right? Those we need to discuss it. Okay. In that, like first one is calendar. So in this calendar, so some people like who knows Power BI, that calendar function is different. Here the calendar function is different. Okay. Understand? Suppose, for example, okay, I want to, in this calendar function, we have a different things are there. Like see here, like functions. Okay. When you open a calendar, here itself, like you cannot give like start date and end date in Power BI. Okay. Here it is completely different. Okay. Suppose, for example, you want to display the complete, there is a different formats are there. Calendar dot months long means months long means whatever months are available for all for each and every year, what months are available. If I want to display all the month names, complete name, okay, January, February, like that, whatever, if you want to display the month name, then we have to use this particular function. Okay, this particular option you have to choose it. If it is a short means shortcut of the month name, like JAN, FEB, MAR, like that. Okay, shortcut of this is weekdays means week name. Okay, Sunday, Monday, like that. This is short name. Okay, suppose if you pass like AM by PM means, so whether it is that means if you pass like AM by PM, okay, whether it is a 24 by 7 like clock means that it will be happens. Okay, AM by PM means 24 hours it will be shown. Okay, AM PM short means what will happen like 12 hours related. Okay, understand? So these are the different categories of functions are there in calendar. So these category where you can apply it, how we can display it. Let's see. Suppose, for example, suppose, for example, I'm taking one of the element called drop down. Okay. Either drop down or combo box, any of the element you can take this one. Okay. This function we have to use it because most of the times in the see whatever month you are choosing, month name you are choosing, based on that the data will be displayed, right? So that's the reason I want to display the all the month name, the calendar dot something function you have to apply it in the drop down, because in the drop down list only I want to display all the month name, right? Okay, so for that one I have to use like you will see like here. Okay, under the items property there is an items property, right? Under the items property, okay, you have to type like calendar. See here, calendar months long. Okay. If you open bracket and close bracket, see here, it will display all the months of that particular month. See here, January, February, March, April. Complete name it will be displayed. See, suppose Vijay, I have a doubt here. So I'm selecting the year of like 2019 or 20 like 1980. Okay, like that I'm displaying. For that also all the months. That means for that complete year, the months will be January to December only. It will be there, right? So that's the reason. If I want to display the month names, then you have to use a function called calendar dot months long. Months long means month's name will be displayed. The complete month name will be displayed. That is the meaning of month long. Suppose, for example, instead of this one, if I want to display months short, okay, okay, see here, January, see here. Even here also you need to click on this one. By using Alt plus click, you can see the values of that particular. No need to click on play the app and you can see the values. Instead of play the application, by clicking on this, by using Alt plus click, you can click on that one and you can see the values what it is there. Understand? If you want to perform any element related action by using alt plus click, okay, it will action will be performed. No need to click on play button in that particular app itself and see the after seeing the preview of the app what changes it will happen when you performing an action of the elements. You cannot see it there itself directly in the screen itself. If you want to see the action of that particular element means alt plus click on this one and you will see the details. Understand clearly or not? Like this. Okay, so for this one, suppose for example, like not only this one, suppose for example, weekdays long. If I'm displaying weekdays long means complete week name will be displayed. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like that. Okay. Understand? See here. Even here also, by using Alt plus click, you can see the values of this particular. Suppose if I'm clicking on this one, see here, then Monday related one. Okay, again, you need to click on Alt plus click, then you will see all the week names it is. Okay, if you want to display any week name or anything, okay, based on that. So when you want to see that one, you have to put that particular in the calendar. Okay, that means you have to put that this calendar dot weekdays long function is there, right? This function you have to put it in the drop down or else combo box also there. Okay, there is a combo box element is also there, like similar like that only. Okay, this is also a drop down. Okay, okay, this is also a drop down. In this drop down also you can put that particular one. Understand clearly or not? Okay, see here, it is displaying, right? Or else when you click on this one you will see it like this. But here in combo, what is the difference between combo box and drop down means in combo box by there is a search button is there here. So whenever you type it in the search bar, automatically those related values it will come set. But the difference is both are selecting a values only. But the difference is in combo box you have a text box is there. That means it is acts like a search one. Okay, whenever whatever name you are typing there in the text box, then those related values only it will be displayed. But in drop down, it is not like that. Okay, there is no search box, it will be there. It just by using that means whichever option is required that it will be displayed. That is the main difference between combo box and drop down. In combo box, you have a search button, search option is there. And in the particular text box, whatever you type it, those related values only it is displaying in that particular drop down. Understand clearly? Okay. But in the drop down, the search option is not available. That's it. That is the difference between combo box and drop down. Okay. So here, like suppose if you want to put it as weekdays short, okay, then you can type like this, weekdays short. Okay, like this. Whichever is required, most of the times we have to use it in the either combo box or drop down element. Understand clearly or not? So under the items property, so whenever you take a drop down, under there is an items property is there. Under the items property, you just need to mention this particular function. That's it. Then automatically the values will be displayed on that. Understand clearly or not? Okay. Next one is like next one is count. So this is the one count it is missing, right? So what is count function will do? That means actually count will record. I will tell you the difference between count and count A. Once again. Suppose, for example, see here. Okay. I will tell you the difference between count, count A, count A, count if. Okay. The count rows. Okay. So these are the very, very important interview question here. What is the difference between count, count A, count if, count rows? Okay. Suppose there is an ID column is there. In this ID column, I have like 2, 3, something blank, okay, 4, blank, 5. Like this, it will be there. Suppose, for example, okay. And one in count function, most important point is this count function, we can apply it on ID values. Very important point. What is that? ID values only we can apply it. Either numeric or decimal related one. Okay. So, and one more thing is in count function, in a particular column, how many number of values are there? It will count and it will give the result. Understand or not? It will count and it will give the result. That means how many number of records are there in this particular column? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like this. Okay. This will be displayed. Okay, 7. In count A, non-blank values only it will be counted. Understand? What is non-blank values? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Understand? That means count will, one second. It will count number of rows in a column. Understand or not? Okay. So this is count function. Okay. Understand or not? So this is the one. In count A, it will count non-blank values. That is the main difference between count A and count function. Count will count all the records of that particular column. Count A function, non-blank values. Okay, the same column, in the same column itself, what are the non-blank values are there? Those it will count. Understand? And in count if, based on the logical test or based on the condition, okay, how many number of values are there, it will count and it will give the result. Suppose, for example, count of, suppose table name. What is the table name? First you have to write the table name, comma. Here you need to write the condition. Yesterday I clearly show you how you can write the condition. Not only one condition, you can write multiple conditions also. Understand? Suppose, for example, if ID column is greater than 3 is there. If I write the condition, not only one condition, by using AND and OR operator, you can write multiple condition. If you're using AND operator means both the conditions, all the conditions must and should be satisfied. Then only it will count the result. If any one condition is failed means, that means if any one condition fails means it doesn't count any of the record. It just simply shows the 0. Understand or not? Yesterday we already discussed all these things. Okay. In OR operator, if any one condition is satisfied, then returns how many number of records are there, that will count and it will give the result. That is the main difference between AND and OR operator. Suppose, for example, If I'm displaying count greater than 3 means what values are there? This and this. Then what result it is? 2 it is getting. Count rows means in a table, how many number of rows are available. That it will count and it will give the result. That means 7. Understand clearly or not? This is the main difference between count, count A, count if, and count rows. Understand or not? See, so suppose, for example, I'm taking a new screen. So in this, we already discussed about the collect, right? So we need to create the collect one, like see here. Collect is nothing but if you want to create okay, if you want to create a table in Power Apps, then we have to use a function called collect. Understand? In Power Apps, if you want to create any specified columns with specified data, then you have to use collect information. That means in Power BI, if you want to create your own table by using a function, okay, then what is that one? Data table is the one, okay, or else by using a function, we can use data table. If you're without using a function, how you can create a table in Power BI? Like enter data, right? So same here also. There is a collect function is there. Okay. In this collect, okay, you have to write the table name like collect. This is the name of that particular collection and what columns, and under that columns, what values you have to give it. You have to mention it here. Okay. Suppose, for example, there is an ID. Comma and name like desert ads like this. Okay, suppose you want whatever columns you want, you can mention it. We already discussed about the collect. Okay, so just close. Suppose one record only it is getting inserted within the curling braces. Whatever how many column values you are mentioned, those column values for one record only it is. If you want to display 3 records means, then you have to use like this one. Same copy of this one you need to take it. And here paste it to power like platform. I'm displaying like this. Okay. So how many number of rows required? Those many number of times you have to take this each and every part and give it there. Now we are using two rows only. Then 2 rows only it will display it in the collect. Okay. Let's see. Suppose I want to take a table for this one. Because I want to show that particular collection data in the data table, right? That's the reason I'm taking a data table under this one. You just need under that particular data table, which data source you need to select it. You have to select the collect one. Okay. Immediately, whenever you click on this particular drop down, it will shows that collect information. And after selecting the collect on which columns are required, you have to choose it, right? Where you can choose it in edit field. Under the edit fields, click on which columns are required and you can choose that one, that it will be displayed, right? So initially I told you, right? Initially data is not displayed. When the data is displayed, whenever you click on collect button, action will be performed and it will be display the records in that particular data table. So if you want to performing an action means alt plus click on this button, then automatically the values will be shown here. So suppose if you click on more than one time, like multiple times it is repeated. That's what we told you, right? What is the difference between collect and clear collect? Okay, that we discuss it, right? So that's the reason. Okay, once again, if you go through that one, you will understand what it is. Suppose, for example, okay, so whatever ID column is there, these ID column, how many number of records are there in the ID column? That I want to display it. For that one, what I need to do is I need to take the date text label. Okay. In this, I'm using a function called count. Count of what is the collect information? What is the data source? I want to display the collection related data, right? So that's the reason collection of two. Which column? Dot. You have to mention dot. Don't forget it. Don't put like comma. Okay. Because color count function will allows only one parameter. It doesn't allows multiple parameter. That means in that particular single parameter itself, you have to call the column name means table name dot column name. Here the table name is collect. Okay. Dot ID. So how the column ID is there, column name is there, same as it is if you need to display. Otherwise, it will throw an error. See here. So that's the reason what you need to do. Same as it is. See here. When because Power Apps is a case sensitive. So if you are giving small I and small d, then immediately it will throw an error. Okay, you just need to mention in the collect how the column name will be there, same column name you need to pass it. See here, it will display. Suppose Vijay, can we pass a name column here? Suppose, for example, name, NAME. What will happen? It will throw warning message here. That means name in count function only it will allows the numeric related or decimal related. I told you right just now. Okay, in count function we can allow either numeric or decimal related columns only we can pass it. Vijay, I want to pass like a name related column. Okay, then what you have to do? Name related column I need to pass it. Okay, then you have like different options, right? Okay, count rows is there and count if also there. Then those related with that, those related you have to pass those columns into that particular one. Understand clearly or not? Is it clear or not? Yes. Okay. Another one is see, see here it will see this count a function will take any type of column. Okay. Suppose, for example, you want to apply the count of the particular column, then you have to use count a function. Okay. Count a function will allows any type of column. Understand? See, if you want, you can pass ID or name. Anything you can pass it. But in count function, only numeric columns only or decimal related columns only we can pass it. It is restricted. But in count here, any type of column you need to. But while at the time of passing the column name, must and should you need to pass the table name dot column name. Don't mention like table name comma column name. It will throw an error. Understand? And one more important difference between count and count A is count A always it will count the non-blank values. Understand? Count will count all the rows of that particular column. Whether it is a blank or not, it will count all the rows of that particular column. Understand the main difference between those two. Understand? See, that's the reason I'm explaining here itself. Okay. So these are the table level count. Okay. So count means it is based on the condition, it will count it. Count rows means it will count. Just you need to pass the table name. That's it. Okay. So in that particular table, how many number of rows are there? It will count and it will give the result. That's it. Table level count. This is count rows function because we already. So if you know Power BI, then count rows function also there, as well as in the Power BI transform data is option is there. In that also count rows function there. Same here also same. Understand clearly? Understand main difference between count and count. Yeah, in count only, see, in count all the column, whatever, how many records are there, all the records it will count and it will give the result. In count a function, okay, it will count non-blank values. That is the first point. Second point is in count it will allows only numeric or decimal related column. In count a we can pass any type of column, but you have to pass like a table name dot column like this. Understand clearly? No? This is about count related function. How it is identified termination point. What is that? Termination point means I didn't understand, Hasim. Like I will unmute it and you can ask there itself. Hasim, yeah, tell me. Hello. You can unmute and ask the question.
Yeah. Actually, hello. Can you hear me?
Your voice is very.
Hello.
I think you are connecting from phone, right?
Yeah, connected with
Uh,
phone.
some disturbance it is coming. Okay, let's try it. Okay, tell me.
Yeah, actually, count A is also counting the blank is cell also.
No. Count A function with non-blank values only it will count.
Count is counting. No? Count is counting.
What is that? Count function you are saying?
Count function is counting blank
Yeah,
also.
count function, non-blank values and blank values also it will count.
So suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values.
I showed the example, right? You are not there at that point of time.
No, I was listening.
Yeah. This is the example. It is there, right? It showed.
So the last point when it will come when it will terminate that this is the last final point.
Yeah. Because in the table, suppose for example, this is a table. Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Suppose for example, okay. One second. So this is the count function will whatever the last record is there in that particular data table, that is the up to that it will count it and it will give the result, right? Anything, not only this element, any element up to the last it will count and it will give the result.
No, suppose you are showing in Excel. In
Hmm.
between there is some empty cell. Yeah,
Yeah. This is a blank value. This is a blank.
this is the blank
Okay.
value.
Yeah.
Next is up below 4 is blank value, and below 5 is also blank value. So up to
No. Up to this only. This is a table. Okay. So this is a table. Understand? Up to these are
okay,
the records.
okay.
Understand clearly or not? See, these are, sorry, actually it is
This
while
is
at the
out
time of,
after taking that it will not go beyond this one,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah. Up to this only it
Oh,
will come. You understand, right?
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe like, I hope you understand. So that's the reason I'm not putting this one. Like, if you see, that means, don't think these are all the things also values it will take.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, I
it
got
will
it.
take up to these values.
Okay.
Understand? Any doubts?
Yes. No, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So next one is like next one like see count rows and everything. Okay. And sorry, I'm not included count here. Okay. Sorry. only a function is also important. Okay. Understand? Next category it is like okay, don't worry, in the document itself, very clear picture data will be there. So if you open the document, it will be there like see here. Just now only I shared it. Okay, what you need to take it and everything. This function adds a column to the existing table. That means existing column remains unchanged and everything. So in this one, for example, let's take the new screen. In the existing app itself, rename is it as functions. So I'm taking a new screen and rename it as like this. So under this, what you have to choose it. Even in the screenshot, it will tell you. So after choosing that one, which related data source you need to take it. Okay, select the data table and under the properties. Okay, so there is a properties option is there. Under the data source you have to select it. Under the data source, what fields you need to choose it. So under the fields, how the values will comes, and after that what I am applying here. Okay, so in add columns I am adding a new column like VIP level into VIP level. So example also it is given there. See here, if existing column from the table 1 data source, VIP example VIP level into VIP level is an expression. Suppose if VIP level is equal to 2, then that means what expression writing? 2 into 2, how much it is? 4 value. Like that, it will shows there. So better to go through this document. Each and every person will understand what it is there. Because you don't know how we can apply it and everything. We cannot give the simple document. We will give like a in-depth document. Like if you are new to this one also, if you are not following up to now, you just need to go through the document and you will understand what it is happening there. Understand? Okay. Next one is date add. Okay. In the date add, yesterday we discussed it like what date add will do. That means date add means so it will add some value to the particular date column. It will add some value. In the name itself, you will understand date add. That means you can add some value to the date column. Okay, for the date column, we can add some value to that particular one. Suppose, for example, okay, we are loading the data. In this one, okay, so what I need to do is, I'm adding one of the particular, okay, in this one, date add function, okay. That means this date add function, that means for the existing table, I want to add a new column. For that, what I have to do? I have to apply the add column function. Okay, in the add columns function, what add columns will do? That means it will take the existing columns of that particular table as well as new columns also we can create it, right? That's the reason add column. In the add columns, just you need to add the date add function here. The column name, this is a column name, not the one. Okay, first you have to write the column name, comma, and you have to apply the date add function. Okay, in this one, in this, after writing this one, okay, date add. Okay, so what function you have to apply it? That function name, date add. In the date add, what is the date column? What is the date column is available in the existing table in table 1? Date joined table is there, right? So date joined, okay, and comma. Okay, number of units is very important. Number of units is numeric value you need to pass it. Like suppose, for example, you need to add minus values or positive values or negative values. You need to pass positive or negative values, not the decimal values. Okay, only numeric values only you have to pass it. In the numeric, either positive or negative values. Either you can give like suppose -3. Numbers only you need to give. put comma. Date add is a 3-parameter syntax. First, you need to pass the date column, and after that, number of units, that means numeric value, means either positive or negative value. Comma, interval is very important. That means this -3 value is added to the date column for which part? In that interval, you have to pass it. Suppose if the interval is like year, okay? If the interval you are passing like, what is that? See, time units of like, there are years is there, right? You have to select this. Then what will happen? Based on the interval only, date add function will works. Otherwise, if you are not passing the interval, date add function won't works. Okay, must and should you need to pass. It is a mandatory one. Okay, so based on this, that means what is the option you have to select in this interval? Time unit dot years. That means, so this value in this particular date column, you have to add the year for that particular. That's it. Under the date joined, that means date joined is the date column. In that, there are different parts is there, like different categories are there. In the date column, you will have a day, you will have a month, you will have a year, and you will have hour, minute, and seconds are there, right? Okay, so this particular value, to which part you want to add it in this interval, you need to pass it, and automatically that value will be added here itself. Understand? -3 means, so in the date column, whatever year part is there, for that year, -3 will be added. Then what will happen? Suppose 2023 is there. If it is 2023 -3, how much it is? 2020. Remaining date and month will be as it is, will be displayed. Let's see. Close the bracket. See? See here. Actually, what is the year here? 2019. If 2019 -3, what will happen? 2016. Like this. Not only this one, anything you need to pass it. Like suppose tiny interval dot months or hours, minute, anything you can pass it here. Suppose if I'm passing this one. See here. What is the months here? So June month. June -3, how much it is? March. See here, first one is months, not this one. Okay, first one is months. That means because it is displaying in the format of US format, the date will be displayed. Understand clearly or not? See here. Suppose if it is March, March -3 means previous year. That means December it will comes, right? December 26 and previous year. Understand? October -3 means July, right? This is so only month part is changed here. Remaining all are same as it is. That means day is same and the year part is also same. Understand? Suppose, for example, if you expand this one, then you will understand. See here. See here. Only see as it is, like a day and year part is same as it is. Understand? See here, 2019. Okay. So when you display this one, see, as it is day and year, but only month is changing because here it's a month part interval you are taking as months. That's the reason only month is changing. Understand? So whichever is required, you have to add it into that particular add columns. In the add columns function, you can add whichever columns you required it in that particular column. What functions you want to apply it, you can use that one and display that particular value. Okay, so date add is nothing but adding the value, some value to that particular date. Okay, based on interval. What interval you are passing, the value, the numeric value will be added to the date. Understand clearly? Is it clear or not? No. Suppose, for example, next, what is the next function? Date diff function. What is date diff function? Means difference between the two dates is called as date diff. Suppose, for example, here, like see, mm, like this. I'm passing date diff function. Date diff. So what is the function? Date diff. Okay, see here. In date diff, what you have to do? Date diff in the function itself, it will tell you like difference between the dates. Okay, start date and end date you have to give. Suppose, for example, I need to give the start date as date joined. Date joined. You have to give the date columns there. That's it. First start date column, comma, end date column. Because here the end date column is not there. So that's the reason what I need to do is I'm displaying like today function. Can we display it? Not comma. Okay. And units. That means interval. Okay. You are calculating a difference between the two dates. What interval? You have to just select it. Okay. That means in the interval, they will tell you like day difference you want to calculate it and year difference you want to calculate, hour difference or minute. What interval you have to choose it here. Then based on the date difference will be calculated. If you are not passing this interval, then what difference it will be calculated? Power Apps doesn't understand. So that's the reason must ensure. Suppose, for example, I'm giving this interval. Yes, I'm passing here. Okay. Now see, is it okay? Column is not coming because once the column is added, then you have to add that particular column here itself, right? What is that column name? That column you have to select it, click on add. See here, year differences. That means what is the year here? 2019. What is now and see here. Actually, I'm passing like see here. I'm passing like date joined column. Here also you can pass the another date column, but here another date column is not there in the particular table, right? That's the reason I'm applying today function. What today function will return? Current date. Today function will display current date. If you want to display current date and time, then you have to use now function, right? So in place of second date column, I'm passing today function. Okay. And comma, and that means, so, and here the interval I'm passing as like, 1 second. Okay. Interval I'm passing as years. That means in today, what is the current year? 2023, right? Right. Current date means 22/08/2023. That means in that, what year it is there? 2023. 2023 minus in this particular date, okay, date joined column, what dates are there? So in that year, whatever year is there, that difference it will be calculated. That means 2023 minus 2019 means how much it is? 4 years only, right? That's the reason here it is. Here, like a 2020 is there here. Okay. Then 2023 minus 2020 means 3 years only difference. Like this, whichever difference you want to calculate it. But if you want to calculate the difference means for only date difference only, it will be calculated. Vijay, can we calculate the difference of the two numeric or two decimal related? No, this function is applied only for date related columns. Okay, so here date join, another date column, if it is there, you can pass it here in place of this function. Okay, but date column, another date column is not available. So that's the reason what I am passing here is today function. Understand? In today function, if all the rows, it is also acts like a date column. In that, all the rows current date only it will be displayed. So here interval is passed. Based on the interval, it will calculate the difference. Understand? Next one is day. You already know, right? Day means it will extract the day from the date column. That it is called as, okay, see here. Again, comma, put comma in add column. Like I'm giving like day. Column name, comma. What function? Day function. Day of. Whatever the date column is there, that column, you just need to pass it there itself. Like what is the date column there? Date joined. And inside the date join, so just you need to pass it and close them. That's it. Then automatically it will display only day. It will extract the day from the date column. Okay, only it will extract the date column. Day column. See here, that means from the date joined. Okay, what day is there? That day. See here, 6, 26, 21, 16, 26. That only one. If you want to display the month function here, but in the in M category, we need to discuss all this. Okay, so this is day function. Next one is distinct. What is distinct function will do? Means distinct means it will take the unique record from that particular table. Understand or not? Suppose for example, okay, suppose for example, see here, suppose I'm loading in this particular one as, okay, what is the column name I'm taking here? Like agent name. Suppose for example, location I'm selecting. When you go and play this application, see here, okay, so see here, Canada, Brazil, okay, see here, but that related records only it is displaying. But the problem is how many number of records are there in that particular column. All the records are displaying here. It is not displaying the distinct unique values of that particular column. By default, when you take any particular table column into the drop down, along with the duplicate values, it will display all the things. But I don't want to display the duplicate values. I want to display the distinct values. Distinct means if any value, if the same value is repeated multiple times, okay, it will consider as only one value and it will show. That means it removes the duplicate values. Understand? So see here in this one, display table name, comma, what is that one? Like what is the column name? You just need to pass it. Now you run the application. Did you see the distinct records or not? Any value is not repeated more than one time. If you want, you can check it here. Okay. Distinct function is not distinct means it will remove the duplicates of that particular column. Understand or not? It will remove the duplicate values of that particular column. For that particular one, we have to use it in distinct function. So if you want to apply the distinct function, I'm taking a drop down. Most of the time, these are the scenarios we have to use it in real time, right? Putting particular column in the drop down, but it will shows the duplicate values. You have to remove those. So that's the reason in the drop-down itself, in the items property, you are applying a distinct function. Inside the distinct function, you just need to pass the table name. What is the table name here? OneDrive table 1 is the one. That table name, comma, which column you want it? You want to show the values? That column you need to write it. Column name you need to. That means in this particular table, what column name, what columns are there? In any of the column, you can pass it. Those related values only it will take it. Understand clearly or not? Is it clear or not? Okay. This is about the distinct function. Remaining function that we can discuss it in tomorrow's class. Okay. Today you can check that particular document and just you need to follow each and every point in the document. So based on that, you will understand what it is. Understand clearly? Any doubts? Today we can stop it here and we'll continue tomorrow. Anyone having any doubts?